So, hi guys, how's things?
Hi. All good.
You,
At the
Antti?
moment in Spain.
Yeah, for me also. I'm in Finland at the moment, but tomorrow I will fly to Spain.
Okay, so who doesn't know, we have here Antti Jussi Juntunen from Ampler development team, Finnish road race champion, and we have Markus Pajur, who was fourth in European Championships last year, and he was racing with you, Antti, in Tartu 2024 Baltic Chain Cycling.com continental team, which is now team Ampler. And Markus is racing for Arkea Samsic at the moment, and he already did the first race of the season. How was the race, Markus? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, the first race of the season with a new team was a fun experience. The course was pretty hard, and I didn't know if my form is good enough to survive the legendary Kolderattas climb, but yeah, it went pretty well. We did some good efforts with team and made the race active. And at the end, the bunch ran together till the finish, but still third place for our guy. So I think for the first race, not bad.
You both had to go to the military service. Markus had to go to the Estonian one, and Antti had to go to the Finnish one. And maybe we discuss a little bit about these experiences over there, and how was it? Actually, both of you didn't have to do full time like the Norman guys do, because you got this sportsman scholarship or something like that. But I know that Markus, you had to go only for 3 months. From which day to day?
Actually, it wasn't even 3 months. It was 7 weeks. I started on 13th October, and I left on 27th November.
And how often could you get out from the camp?
Not much. I think I went out for a few days and for like few times, but I think it would have been better if the corona situation would been easier, because this was like the main problem there, that people couldn't get out because the situation in Estonia was kind of bad.
Okay, and how was it training-wise in the camp? Could you go and do your bike trainings or go to gym, or how was that part of it?
Pretty much I did only gym and rollers. Other things were not really easy to do. I could go outside with a bike only in the weekends, and that was like 2-3 times that I got out. So yeah, I just took a maximum of what I could with the time I had in there. And yeah, it was mostly like hour of gym training or hour on rollers, and try to do it as much as I could.
So, Antti, how was it with you? How long time you have been there now, and is it finished now?
Well, I calculated yesterday that I have spent time in army or in forest for 62 days now.
When was your first day?
Yeah, so actually I started exactly the same date as Markus did, 12th of October.
Okay.
And then the first couple of weeks were pretty hard. I wasn't able to train, but after that I was able to train and the things got better there.
Okay, what does it mean? How often did you get out from the camp then?
We are normally situation is that we will spend 2 weeks in the army and then 1 week in home. But in sports army we have training time from 8 to 12 o'clock. normally, and then from 6 to 9 o'clock in the evening. Not every day, but couple of times a week.
Okay, that's first difference between the Estonian and Finnish army then. In Estonian army, Markus, you didn't have any time slots, that long time slots for training as Antti you had in the Finnish army, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, for Estonians, it's pretty much the 7 weeks. You will be there. You will be just like the other guys. There's not much of a difference. Maybe only that you can get like out for the weekends on more special occasions, but otherwise, yeah, the first 7 weeks is the same as for regular guys.
Okay, and how did general fitness deal with it? Did you feel that you lose fitness over there, or you just have more power now in your arms than in your legs? As a cyclist, normally you have not so strong arms and stronger legs, or did you have to do a lot of push-ups? And how was it like exercise-wise?
Yeah, in Estonia, a lot of push-ups, and definitely arms were a lot bigger when I came out from the army. But yeah, it like when I came there first, 30 push-ups were pretty hard. When I finished it, it wasn't a problem to do 30 push-ups before lunch or whenever we did them.
Okay, what was the maximum you achieved? Do you know?
I did NATO test and I got the maximum points from push-ups. So I don't remember, was it 69 or 79 push-ups in 2 minutes, I think.
Actually, I think I gained more power in my legs because in Finnish army we had to carry that 30-kilogram backpack pretty much, and the last week we did it was like a biggest test for sports guys in army. We did 24-hour hike with 35 kilograms of equipment with us, so it's pretty hard.
At the end of 7 weeks, we had one hike where we started like 6 in the morning. We hiked with big bag, like full equipment. So I think it's 50 kilos or something like that. We hiked and we did some medical tests and some shooting and stuff. And we finished the hiking and tests at 11 so 11 p.m. We started 6 a.m.
Yeah. Okay, pretty long one also, and some 17 hours.
Yeah, and it was 46 k's, I think, of pure walking with full equipment.
What else is special in the army? How was the food? Did you put some weight on also? I know many cyclists who go to the army, they come out a lot stronger, but also like some extra 5, 6, 7 kilos on the shoulders.
Well, yeah, my biggest weight there was it was after dinner, but it was 78 kilos, and I came there, I was 72, so yeah, 6 kilograms. But actually, when I went home, the weight came down pretty quickly, so it wasn't such a problem for me.
Okay, how about you, Antti?
Yeah, well, I went there, I was 68 kilos, and at the moment I'm 68 kilos, so didn't gain any weight. I ate well, but also it's pretty active all the time, so I couldn't gain anything. So.
And you could train normally, yeah? You could do all the trainings what you wanted to do, or how's that side? You feel that you're in shape, or how's that?
Well, in December, I actually did as much as I would normally do in December, maybe even a little bit more than I would normally do. But that was pretty good. But this month, I haven't been able to train that much because we had 2 longer forest camps, and between those forest camps, I wasn't able to train pretty well because I was pretty tired from the camps.
You have to stay overnight and with a cold weather and so on, yeah?
Yes, it was last week we had a camp and it was minus 25 degrees. So
Okay.
it was pretty nice experience.
All right.
Also in Estonia, the forest camps are the hardest part for sportsmen, because even if they're like 3 days, with the 3 days you will get really tired, and when you come back from forest camp, it's not really easy to go straight to ride a bike for a long time, because you are actually you haven't
you are
been
tired.
sleeping so well.
Yeah, you are tired because not the physical side, but because of not sleeping well, yeah? Because you have to stay
Exactly.
and keep a guard, yeah?
Also, the forest camps in Estonia are pretty active. So we run and walk and do some lessons like all the day long. We wake up early and we go to sleep like pretty late. So it's difficult.
How are the other guys in the army? You are in sports side, though, so everybody should be in a good shape. But as a cyclist, how did you feel exercising there? What you had to do? Was it easy task, or you felt also that sometimes it was like a training?
Yeah, well, some of those shooting drills are like interval training. I could feel that my heart rate would raise to 170. So it was actually pretty good training. But for those longer things, like that hike, it felt easier for me, because there is guys from many sports, and there's like power sports and games like football, so they are probably not used to do 5 or 7 hour rides on the bike, so it felt probably easier for me.
How with you, Markus?
Well, I was with regular people, so not many of them had been doing some sports actually, and I saw like some guys having problems doing some I don't know, hikes or intensive exercises that we had to do sometimes, but still everybody, at least in my group, survived all of the things, and I can say that they weren't like really easy for me as well. So I think you can have some good, I wouldn't say maybe exercise, but base for doing some sports from army.
Okay. How much did you get to shoot gunmen?
A lot.
For me, not so much, because actually for the first 2 shootings I was sick and I didn't go there. But at the end, you will still feel that there is not so much of excitement in shooting as it was in the first time. So yeah.
Okay, so it means you have exercised a lot more shooting, Antti, than Markus. Then we should go into war against each other. When you hike further and shoot better, and the Estonian guys can do pull-up same time.
Yeah, well, I'm in a sports army. We are scouts, so we don't really if there would be war, we would not use the gun that much, hopefully.
Okay.
If we use the gun, then the situation is really bad.
But okay, but you are used to use one. You know how to do it now.
Yeah, well, I'm not really good at it, but I know how to use it.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I would rather do something else than shoot a gun.
Okay, that's good. You're both cyclists now, so that works fine. So what do you think now after all these military camps? How you feel? How fast will you get back into the shape? how fast will you find your real legs?
I don't think I lost actually that much. Of course, for me it was like 7 weeks not doing much, but still there was like 3 weeks of off season in it. So I probably lost like 3 weeks of training, and now I have done some team camps and I actually don't feel that I'm so behind from others. I think I will find my legs still for the spring classics.
How about you, Antti?
Well, I started to feel that in December, when I had really good training month, that I already had pretty good fitness, and also the tests we did in lab, they were like a bit better than last year at the same time. So I think at the moment my form is not that good, but I think it will take a couple of weeks. In mid of February, I will be at a pretty okay level.
Okay. So there are many guys who actually have to go to army from our team, also from our player development team, because we have many schoolboys here, and they are afraid of going there sometimes, and they don't want to go. They push it further. So what do you think? What did you tell to them, these guys? Like, it wasn't that hard finally, and it was basically you kept your physical condition also. Like as Markus told, maybe he lost 3 weeks. That's it. That's nothing.
Yeah, I would tell them that they would do it as fast as they could. So like first year without school, I would use that time to do it, because the further you push it, the more the 3 weeks of not training will actually affect you. That's my opinion. So if I would push the army on for like 2024 season, when I'm first year elite, I think I would have like much more trouble with it.
Okay. What you tell to Finnish guys, Antti?
Yeah, just go when it's possible to go, because it won't affect that much. The older you are, the more it will affect, but it's also pretty good mental training for cyclists to not be able to ride all the time, and then you will have more hunger to train when you are able to train.
Yeah, I totally agree with Antti.
All right. So now, Markus, do you know already where you go? Which races you're gonna have, or which is your next training camp?
I will be staying in Spain until 7th February, and then I will travel a bit I will travel first to France to take some pictures for the team, but the first race should be on 27th February, and it's omloop het Nieuwsblad, so it will be a pretty hard one for the start, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah, it's only 200 kilometers with some couples and climbs.
Yeah, nothing special.
And Antti, has he told you're gonna go to Spain now, yeah?
Yes.
To Salou, where the other Amper development guys are at the moment, and
Yeah.
you're gonna find some old friends there because you couldn't see them during the off season.
Yes.
And your new bike is you have your new bike already at home, yeah?
Yeah, I have trained with it a couple of times already.
So what do you think about?
Yeah, it's similar to last year's bike, but it's a better bike than last year, and hopefully it goes faster.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you, Antti, now to tell us in Finnish language, explain your goals for this year and for the rest of your career, maybe, and maybe explain also a little bit about Tampere development team.
Okei, eli tämän vuoden niin sanottu tähtäin olisi se, että ensi vuonna pystyttäisiin ajaa isoimpia ammattilaiskisoja jonkun jonkun ammattilaistiimin kanssa, eli World Tourissa tai Pro Continental joukkueessa. Ja tämän vuoden tavoite siinä mielessä on se, että pystyisi ajaa heti alkukaudesta hyviä kisoja, saada paljon kilometrejä alle ja saada niitä isoja tuloksia. Eli ehkä isoin tavoite on luultavasti Tour of Normandia keväällä, joka on yksi isoimmista kisoista, joka me ajetaan, ja siellä olisi todella hyvä pärjätä ja näyttää, mihin pystyy isoille tiimeille. Ja meillä on nyt hyvä tiimi, paljon nuoria kavereita, muutama sama naama mitä viimekin vuonna. Ja uskon, että meillä tulee olla erittäin hyvä yhteishenki ja pystytään ajamaan joukkoina todella hyvin isompiakin joukkoita vastaan.
So, Markus, did you understand anything?
Well, I think a little bit, but I'm not sure.
You are in quite difficult situation yourself now in Arkea Samsic. How's with your French language?
Oh yeah, it's there's a lot of studying ahead, but I'm not very worried about it. The team is supportive, and at the moment there haven't been any problems with communication, so it's all good.
And as I understand, you have also some foreign guys in your classic squad, so you can speak English so well, don't have to speak French.
Yeah, exactly. My main group for training is with the Belgian guys, so they talk English pretty well, so no problem with that.
And I think you have also Daniel McLay in that group, or don't you? Or he's not in your group?
Yeah, he wasn't in the first camp, but in the second camp we were in the same group. So yes, he is also there, and it's nice to be speaking with him also. Okay,
so just for guys who don't know, when Dan McLay is the sprinter, one of the sprinters in Arkea Samsic, and he lives in Tartu, where Amper development team is from. So we see him quite often on our hometown roads also. Okay, guys, I wish you luck for this year, and probably we will meet in some races, I guess. I mean, especially Antti can go against Markus and so on. What do you think? Will there be some races like that this year?
I think there might be, and it will be interesting to see what happens.
Hopefully, at least in Europeans and Worlds, I can take a shot against the Estonians.
Well, see you soon, guys, and thanks for this small chit chat.
Thank you. See you.